Sounds good. It's recording. So we'll go ahead and get started. It's 5:08 on September 1st. Calling to order the meeting of the Public Safety Committee. First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes. I just sent out the minutes from the February 27th, 2020 meeting, which is the last meeting that we had. I did not locate the meeting minutes from January 22nd. I'll follow up later and we'll put on the next meeting's agenda. So I'd entertain a motion to approve the February 27th, 2020. So moved. Is there a second?
Yes, I second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No, roll call.
Roll call vote. So Tim Fitzgibbons?
Yes.
Fred Chase?
Yes.
Matt Rushton? Yes. Unanimous. Next item on the agenda is referrals of Town Council, Order 0 FY 21-011, Protect World War I Memorial. So as you both recall, there was an issue. Tim, as a member of the Budget and Finance Committee, approved this past week monies to make the repairs and make them as soon as possible. I have talked to the town manager about this particular issue, and I think what I'd like to do, if I could get a motion, is to have the highway department bring up a Jersey barrier in front of that location until which time the fence is completely repaired, is because it's not protected from any vehicle traffic on the rotary, and it would be a significant, damage and expense if it were to get damaged a second time or worse. So, so generally the recommendation would be to immediately place a Jersey barrier in there in an effort to protect the memorial. So if someone wanted to entertain a motion, we could discuss it and then take a vote.
Well, I'll make a motion. What's the order we're voting on right now?
FY 21-011.
All right, I'll make a motion.
Right. I mean, that's only to protect the monument.
Correct. So our job here was an issue of safety in order to protect the monument from any further damage, because at the time we were unclear whether or not there would be funding available to make the repairs to the granite fencing and wrought iron fencing. I just wanted to weigh as a background, Fred, because I know Tim sits on Budget and Finance. That
not anymore.
I'm sorry. It's me, Dennis, and Sean. I apologize. But we did vote to appropriate funding. I will be coming back to the council to make those repairs and make them as soon as possible. In which talking to the town manager, doesn't appear that there's going to be a delay, but this would be essentially placing a Jersey barrier there, which seems to be the best and cheapest, no cost to the town. We already own a couple. And just place it up on the curbing in case a car went off the road. They would hit that rather than going right to the memorial.
Yeah, so I'll make a motion that we recommend.
Okay. I mean, I think that's appropriate, given the fact that we don't have any other really feasible alternative, and something needs to be done to provide some immediate protection. It's, aesthetically not the most pleasing, but since we already know that, repairs have been authorized and will be funded, it seems to me it's just the logical thing to do at this point to prevent further damage.
So I'm going to make a motion to recommend that. I don't know if you heard that, Matt.
Yes, I did. So is there a second for discussion?
A second.
Okay. And so
now here's my discussion, if I might.
Sure.
This is great, and we can recommend it to the full council to vote on, but it's really the town manager's job to decide on execution. He's the executive. He does the day-to-day things. So there's no reason at all blocking him from tomorrow saying, hey, highway department, go down and put a Jersey barrier out there, unless there are town councilors who are telling him not to do it and that he'd be in trouble for it. I don't understand why it couldn't just be done. We don't need to direct him to do stuff.
Well, and to your point, if I could, certainly, it seems like a logical, no-cost alternative that protects a $100,000 monument. I would have expected that the town manager would have taken this ambition on his own and had it done by now and not have to take a phone call from me. My phone call to the town manager was to say, this is what I'm going to recommend as a no-cost alternative that protects our interest in that monument. And I've had assurances from the town manager that this will happen ASAP.
Okay,
So-
then I'll pick up the phone and call him tomorrow and just say, hey, I was driving by there at 8:05 this morning and I didn't see the Jersey barrier up. What's going on? No, I mean that's all. But it's his job to execute on that. If he has the money to do it, which it's technically it's just highway guy's time,
Right.
and he can allocate it how he wants. I just don't want to get the council into the business of micromanaging, executing what needs to get done. We can have a higher level.
I would agree with that.
We can have a higher level discussion about why wasn't anything done to protect it for all the time it's been unprotected. And,
Well, I mean, if you really
have
want to
that
get to the root of the question, I was a little surprised that, the full council actually recommended this for referral to the Public Safety Committee. I would agree with you. And the reason I bring it up is I, too, would have thought that it's a matter of, daily management that, seems odd that it is taking action of this type that we're involved in right now to make happen.
Yeah, no, and that's all. And we could certainly bring it up in comments and discussion. But I just, I just wanted to say that out loud. That's all. I'm voting in favor of it when we have to vote.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I certainly agree with you, Tim. I think that's why I was trying to make an effort to speak with the town manager ahead of tonight's meeting, just to say, I think there was a lot of issue in the fact that, there was concern that at this point, since its last structural damage to the fence, that nothing had been done by the town manager. And I think, in my opinion, this was a little bit of twisting his arm to ensure that something was done, even if it was under the name of safety. To
yeah.
Fred's point, whether it's the right place or not. But I would say that I've tried to, work with the town manager in a sense that I wasn't directing him. I just wanted to say, hey, listen, this is my thought. What do you think? And is it something that you think that could get done and cost us nothing but solve everyone's problem? And I think that he was in much agreement that it's not an issue and he can get it done.
Yeah, it just like when the Oak Street Bridge went out and nobody could travel over it. We didn't vote on anything about that. We didn't vote to make it, a one-way bridge with stop signs on either side. It was just that was an executive action that was done, and that's
Right.
all I'm saying. And I'd bring up those points in talking to him about it.
Okay.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
all.
All right, perfect. So we have a motion, we have a second. So why don't we go ahead and take a vote if we're all done discussing the issue, unless Fred, you have anything?
No, I think we're all in agreement on this.
All right, perfect. Tim Fitzgibbons,
Yes.
Fred Chase,
Yes.
Matthew Rushton, yes for the record. D is public comment, and since I only see the three of us on there and nobody else attending the meeting, I assume that there's no public comment, so I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And seconded.
Okay, and I'll take a roll call vote. Tim Fitzgibbons,
Yes.
Fred Chase,
Yes.
Matt Rushton, yes. Gentlemen, have a great night. Sorry to take up 15 minutes of your time, but I think we got a lot done.
There you go. Have a
Very
good night.
Very efficient. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.